Alright, back. Timer's back. Going to the Mana Sanctuary. You just be like going in there. I guess this isn't actually a dungeon. Not much of a sanctuary if we started murdering all the population. Yeah. Laser taking half your health is kind of annoying. Oh wow. There's like only one okay out of the entire list. Yeah, one thing I should do, since we have access to the haunted house, upgrade like everything I can. Not everything, but at least one slash weapon. So at this rate, I don't know if we're gonna be. I don't know if they even give us the ability of upgrading the mana sword of mana. Maybe I'll keep like whatever like upgrade thing would make sense for the sword mana just in case. Come on. Oh, there's no button. It's forge. Alright, slashing when I use the most is the axe. Two of these Maya leads, might as well just throw one on. What with my spear? Right now it's using ash wood. I think that's the strongest I can make it right now. Yeah, it's the strongest I can get. Or it's Pedan stone or whatever it was. I've got a second Dion wood, so... Black Bone, though. This is light base attack. It gives us Wimp as an X effect. Not sure what exactly that does, but... let's do it. Alright, I mute the mic for a bit so I can nom away. about none of the secret stuff in this ever give you anything useful. It's always just like chocolate lumps, gummies. The surprising is nothing stronger than chocolate lumps. Those are like 80 HP. Like a tiny chunk of your HP at this point. It's like one hit. Like a strong hit. Nothing up here. What if they hide any chests that are like completely hidden? Usually if there's anything hidden they're gonna have like a little bit of it poking out or whatever. It's rude. You know, I've never used any of this meat stuff. These things are supposed to, like, I don't know, lure enemies. Like what's the point? Seems the most useless thing, especially having to go into the menus to use it. You just kill them in like 5 seconds at the slowest. The items in this game are just so... like, there's just too many of them, and most of them just have no need, no use. There's so many paths. Oh yeah. Thank God for that, right? I mean, I'm sure Retro Achievements probably has a set for this, but... used every item once. Kill an enemy using only items. Wait. Damn it, I'm back at the entrance. Ow. Did I just go around in a big circle, or... I felt like I kept going, like, right, and I somehow ended up back here, so there must be... this must loop around. What level am I now? I mean, I haven't been keeping track. 56. Damn it. These frogs are rude. This feels like a Forest of Illusion kind of thing here. I swear I've seen these areas before. Feels like we're just going around in circles. We're definitely going around in circles. Yep. So I kept going north, and all of a sudden, one square down. Oh. Drive mode. There's all parts HP into one. That's cool. That means you can't get headshotted. Or does a headshot just instantly kill you at that point? No. Damn it. I hate this place. It's really hard, like everything looks the same, so it's hard to tell if I'm like making any progress or not. Hey, Alquin. How's it going? This game... Do you like this game or not like this game? The game's fine except for the god-awful AI. Now I'm in like a forced evolution area. Everything looks the same. Doesn't help things at all. Tiny. Hooray, I made it. It's terrible. The forest is dying. Yeah, the bow... I mean, I used the bow until I got the hook shot. And the hook shot is the same type of attack and has decent range and at least goes straight. And magic... There's too many enemies that are reliant on using magic, but magic sucks. Horrible. Well, I mean, generally the magic combination, the weapon or the magic will take the same or similar arc to what the weapon does. So if you want it to arc like a bow, like an arrow, then use the bow and the magic. Gotta have those curved attacks. Yes, how can this be happening? Julius's magic is affecting even the sanctuary's mana power. Julius. We have to do something before Julius touches the mana tree. Let's get going. Hurry. Guess that's Wimp. Okay, Wimp seems to be a downgrade, as it makes it harder to hit them. You can't hit them when they're wimped. Not the bombs. Opening chests is very dangerous. Especially considering everything. I don't know if that's based on agility. Wow, that was rude. Great place to spawn. Shit. Well, there's no luck stat, but there's an agility stat which goes up if you choose the rogue one. But maybe if you put enough points in rogue, you'll probably get like a passive ability that increases. Like when I threw a bunch of points into monk, I had like Valkyrie or something like that, which gave me a bonus to lances. The most annoying one is the mimic boxes, because then you got to switch over to a bashing, because that's the only thing that does damage to the mimics. You looping around again? No. I'm just like randomly going in directions here. No, but the only okay. Just knowing that I can only hit one person with this lance. There are like two enemies side by side, only hit one of them, which makes no sense. But if you use something like a bow, you'll hit both of them. I'm pretty sure an arrow would just stop after hitting the first one. Wouldn't keep going. Yeah, it's definitely another one of these random... Okay. It's run by fish. Well, you should. I mean, this is a remake of a Final Fantasy game, so... Technically. If you want more Final Fantasy vibes... There. Final Fantasy. Kupo. Nothing this thing is missing is the Chocobo from Final Fantasy Adventure. Yeah, this is a remake of Final Fantasy Adventure, aka, you know, the first Mana game, before they made it its own kind of thing instead of like an offshoot of Final Fantasy. Of course, you know, that they got rid of the Final Fantasy name altogether in the remake, but do have some Final Fantasy imagery. Yep. Unlike Final Fantasy Legends, which was basically renamed in North America to be a Final Fantasy name or game, which it wasn't in Japan. The original Secret of Mana was intended to be like a Final Fantasy game in Japan, was under the Final Fantasy name, and then they decided to make it its own thing. Yep. Of course, Final Fantasy was never, like, tied, like, no Final Fantasy games are tied to each other, for the most part, so... Really, you could throw a Final Fantasy name onto anything, and there you go, it's a Final Fantasy game. Like, let's make a Final Fantasy action RPG instead of just standard, you know, turn-based. Well, I mean, it took quite a few Final Fantasies to go pure action-based. I mean, technically, you could say Final Fantasy XI was the first turn-based Final Fantasy, or first action-based mainline Final Fantasy. Definitely no turn-based stuff in Final Fantasy XI. Don't fancy me crying. I thought you'd met your end along with Dime Tower. I never thought you'd both reach Sanctuary alive. Julius. Ah well, suppose I should welcome you. Come forth, Demagon, Guardian of Sanctuary. Looks like they're giving us bosses without any save points. It's a lot more risky. Well, I guess it's immune to spear. Stop. Yep, Dargon the Dargon. Well, it's a good thing he stopped us right next to him. Wow. Bosses are kind of jokes at this point. I know, right? I mean, you'd think that'd be the first thing you want to use against a Dargon. Thanks for the help, by the way, Lamb. These things throwing their heads there is kind of freaky. It's like Toad taking off his hat. It's just wrong. Oh, shit, 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 shit. Yeah, I really wish I had iframes. Maybe could just hit you like 5 times in a split second. I know I've ran into some pretty weak ones over time. That was definitely on the low end. You got what you can. Well, we still haven't like secured the mana, the sort of mana. We have it. It's just rusty now. I need to like de-rust it. Which I guess is the whole point of coming here to the Sanctuary of Mana. Once we have the Sword of Mana, then we're probably close to endgame. Most likely to be this today, unless the game pulls a twist and it's like you're now entering the Dark World. Two different ways to go. Oh, is it? It's been so long since I played the original, I wouldn't even know. I'm sure they added a lot of stuff to this one. Maybe this was endgame in the last one. Maybe it is for this one too, but maybe they add like an actual endgame area after. I don't know. I think I should have done just like pull up the VODs of Adventure, of Final Fantasy Adventure just to see. Means at least double length. Yeah, the AI is pretty good at that. There's one thing they're really good at, it's dying. I was thinking of upgrading like the AI's armor and weapons, but then I realized like why. It's just gonna do nothing with those upgraded weapons, and just giving it armor so it can survive longer doesn't do me any good. My mana. Yeah, to see how different the ending is, yeah. I wonder if there's like an equivalent of like a metal slime in this one, like an enemy that gives you really good experience. It's really hard to know how much XP you get from killing things. Like, I don't know if does it even show your XP? It must. Yeah, and 534, I'm guessing. So you'd have to, like, see how much each of these give experience-wise. That one gives, like, 100 XP. It's just a dead end. So we're taking the other path. Did HP, yeah, XP 1. Good point. Looks like they're 51 for those things we're fighting here. 52 for demons. I mean, everything here seems to be giving you about 50 XP. Yeah, it's pretty much all the same XP with all the same stuff here. Oop, 110 for the dragon. I saw this once. Defeated one, so... Yeah, so everything here seems to be given the same amount. Anything that would give a lot more XP is probably extremely rare, in which case, what's the point anyways? Like, if I ran into something that gave me like 500 XP, but then it takes me like 100 kills to make it show up, well, in that 100 kills I got 5,000 XP, so... 500 XP is a drop in the bucket at that point. no, Lan is dead. Maybe the other way was the right way. There's a chest right there. Sneaky one. Half that I missed. There's a path right here. Uh-oh. It's gonna hurt. 123. It's really hard getting the combo off on purpose. Just mash the button. Yeah, it's timing based. Usually when you're in battle, it's hard to like try to time it, and it barely does any more damage than just mashing the button anyways, so I never felt the need to actually try to get combos. Every weapon has like a combo attack of some kind. Of course, the timing's different on each one. I don't know what the timing on this one is. If there even is a combo. This one seems like too slow. I don't think there is a combo with this one. Something with the axe, basically. Like the uppercut, like what would that even hit? Yeah, this one probably doesn't have a combo either. Good thing with the bow, I doubt the bow has a combo. It's mostly like short-range melee weapons. honey elixir? That must be the thing that the dude can make if you brought him the honey onion, honey, and the dice berry. Recovers all HP. It seems like a lot of work to get something that just recovers all HP. Especially since I've never seen honey. Maybe it's a drop from certain enemies, like the bees, probably. That'd be logical. Thing does so much damage. It uses mana. It's the Wisp ability. Regenerate mana, you have to like... Ow. You have to sit down. Either you have to use a mana walnut, or if you sit down, it regenerates pretty slowly. Very slowly. It's only 3 MP though, so I mean you can heal quite a bit. But for 30 MP or 30 HP, it's not going to give you a lot of health if you're getting nuked really quickly. And, like, walk back out of the temple into the same area like I started in. Or is this like a brand new area? Yeah, I'm not sure if it's. I'm not sure if it's based on your total MP pool or based on like some of the other stats. It's probably like 1/5 of the of your MP pool. The beginning game goes up by 1, so you can imagine healing costing 3, and you have to wait like, you know, 1, 2, 3, that long to cast 1 heal. Or worse yet, you have to wait for 6 ticks to even cast a spell. Then you have enemies that are immune to physical attacks, so you have to kill them using magic. Those are the worst enemies, especially early on in the game. I mean, you can obviously just not fight them at all, but sometimes they're stuck in corridors and you have to kill them in order to move forward. It's boss time. Let's bring the mana goddess. So you beat my dragon. Yeah, he was really weak. Oh well, in the end such strength is a mere facade. The fools only those in this world. Ahead is sacred territory. No one passes through but Julius the Divine. You, a god? Give me a break. The human heart is weak. Consequently, it seeks the veneer of strength. Master Julius's heart does not waver. Perhaps you have some lingering doubts about your presence here. Is what you're doing really right? All life has meaning. None of it was made to be disposable. And I am not like Julius. Oh dear, I see. Then by all means. Sir Bogard. Ciri. Behold, what is in his heart? Confess your sins. I gave my wife to sanctuary, knowing she'd never return again. Behold, your revered Bogard, such a man who traded his beloved so callously. Woe is me! And who is up next? Esther, Willie. Behold what is in their hearts. Confess your sins. When my sister was taken away by soldiers, along with a feeling of sadness was also a sense of relief that it would be free from her oppressive love. Well, how about that? Under the surface of this kind-hearted minstrel beats a cold-blooded heart. Sis. Wah. When a village was attacked, I abandoned the villagers and their leader. I just ran. This mana warrior, considered a lifelong friend by many, ran like a coward in the midst of crisis. Alright, you're next. Praise the warrior given anger and with a penchant for brandishing a sword. Lan. He's already dead. Ciri. The soldiers took me away to live as a slave, and I lost all hope. I hated you. If you hadn't come that day, my parents and I would be as happy as we were before. Oh, that's right. I resented Ciri for causing the demise of your cozy little family unit. Well, how about it? When you look inside the hearts of your companions, it's not a pretty picture. What's wrong? You seem to hesitate. Sir Bogard. Lester, Willie. How come Willie doesn't have pink hands? Lan. What do you think? Having glimpsed the hearts of those you trusted, can you truly say you don't have doubts? You remember when we saw each other at Cascade Cottage? I thought you were a realm soldier and I hit you. Even though you could have easily dodged it, you took the blow. Even back then, your actions spoke for you. Of your pure heart. Compared to that, all I can do is run away and make excuses. Well, the power of friendship is going to strike again, isn't it? I'm all talk. You're a better person than I am. Okay, that's either really soft ground or really sharp sword. Fools. Throwing away the sword of mana? Ciri, are you going to give up the sword for a battle that holds the world in the balance? Giving up doubts, or rather your heart. You wouldn't understand. I believe in you. I knew early on. You were always better at fending off Julius's controlling ways. I have to thank you, Lan, and the reason I've come this far. From now on, I'll keep watching over you, along with Mother, Devious, and Dark Lord. It'd be funny if she just fell into two halves. Ciri, Father, Mother, Lady Medusa, Devious, Dark Lord, and Amanda, give me your strength. Grands? I understand. Lan, if my power will help you guard Ciri, let me oblige. Ciri, now is not the time to die. You need to live, so you can keep your promise to me. My powers, use them as you see fit. Siri, I believe in you. My prayers are with you. What? Oh. Glegus. Insolence. What do you think you're doing? How depressing. Sleepa, it's about time. Oh ho ho, my apologies. You've well persevered, Lan and Siri. Sorry, Siri. My wife was your mother. Daddy? Somehow I knew, Sir Borgard. But you've always been and always will be my beloved Sir Borgard. Yeah, I won't call you Dad. But Borgard is Siri's... Borgard, you must be relieved. Enough of this superficial posturing. As you demonstrated, we have our weaknesses, but we do not exist on your strengths alone. Sure, everybody's got doubts now and then, but I bet a shadow like you wouldn't know that. We accept each other, warts and all. Imbeciles. Lower life forms. You're the one who has yet to evolve, Julius. Or should I say, Vandal. How dare you? Just like the old times, eh, Vandal? A moment's hesitation slipped through my fingers. I will not let that happen again. Out of my sight, hypocrites. Master Julius. Shadow, why do you bother me? I'm terribly sorry. Would you grant me magic just this once? As you wish. Have all the nourishment you like. I no longer need it. Lord Granz. Lan, take a good hard look. Granz. Ha 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 ha. What you unwittingly cut was Granz's life. We shadows and monsters all live off his life force to get stronger. Such foolishness. What kind of friends are you? You shaved off Granz's life without even realizing it. Lan, Siri, make yourself scarce. But... wait. We'll take it from here. Lan, you take good care of Siri. Oh man, these guys are gonna get murdered. Lan, Siri. The two of you meeting was just the beginning. Look after each other. We'll catch up with you. No, you won't. I know you're AI. That's your idea of friendship? Accepting one another's faults. Then you're no different from Master Julius. How is that any different from taking off on your friends? Enough of this mendacious, what's the word? Nonsense. Nope. I told you they'd die pretty quick. Are we snoozing? We have Granz's life to live off of. You are worthless to us. Lan, Siri, use their lives as a stepping stone on the way to the gods. Granz, the Gamma light commands you. Oh, all my magic, heed the voice of the true master. Arg! Why you, Master Julius' spell should hold you. Lan, Siri. He's always watching over you. Lan, you become a responsible adult. Now go. We're all counting on you two. Lord Granz. Lan, remember. Take good care of Siri. Mother. Friends risked their lives in the ensuing battle. Giving it their all, and they all perished in the end. Coming face to face with fear itself. Hoping that their seemingly endless fray would finally come to an end. That light. What's that light? Could it be? Is it everyone? Siri, this is the light of hope. Light of hope sent to strengthen us and shine onto the future. Gotta keep fighting for everybody. They're all here. The world will be saved. Alright then, let's go. No save point after that long-ass cutscene? Seems you somehow overcome the passing of your friends. Julius. But you're too late. Oh no, the mana tree or something. Julius, what do you want? After you get the mana power, what will you do with it? What do I want? Mana goddess. Not sure why myself, but I want to meet her. The woman who created the world single-handedly. Meet the mana goddess? Well, have the woman who made the world come bow before me. That's all I want. Are you out of your mind? I can uphold the world, and the mana goddess can become an ordinary woman. She'll bow to the ground. This time I will make her my own. I guess he really fell in love with that statue. Siri, come to me. I'll free you from your fate. Fate that Siri must bear. Siri, do you know what's going on here? You know what's going on here, don't you? Well, I sure don't. Julius, what the heck are you babbling about? Mana Sanctuary, the woman Sir Bogard loved. My mommy is the mana goddess. The mana tree is my mother. Wait, that's kind of freaky. So Bogard was really into wood. Say what? Oh, you just don't get it. Been around long enough to know the score. There is no mana goddess in this world. That's one way of getting splinters. I'll try it. Isn't that bad looking? In this world, only humans exist. Land, just as Bogard gave up mana, his wife, you have come all this way to give him series a sacrifice to Mana Sanctuary. What kind of nonsense are you yapping about now? Such a slow learner. Let me spell it out to you. Siri has come here in order to become the mana tree. What? But I can't. But then... I'm sorry, Lan. But I wasn't sure either. While we were on our travels, gradually, or more surely, puzzle unraveled and I thought, just maybe. Well then, all my efforts to protect you up until now were... It's finally clicking together in your tiny little head. What a fool. Lan, I'll tell you what. Come with Siri and me and we'll free you from that fate. Is giving up the woman you love your idea of righteousness? Lan, you've made up your mind, right? Trust me. I trust you. You're right. I told myself, no more second guessing. I almost broke a promise again. Sorry, Siri. I trust you. Julius. Nobody's listening to you, you rat. Foolishness. Fine then, live in your illusions. Thanks, Lan, for trusting me. Oh my god, it's shining. It'd be funny if suddenly we start playing as Lan. He's like super weak. Ah, you wretch. Even Genma can bring back the light of the sword. Quiets. My trusting heart and everyone's prayers made the sword of mana shine again. Come on, Julius, let's dance. Not a doubt or regret in my mind now. I'm putting it all into this blade. I see you made up your mind. Take your best shot. Jeez. Just did like a massive amount of damage there with Siri. God, the lag. You do have the mana sword there, Lan. You could help out a little more. Alright, I guess I'll do all the work. Thanks. Wait. I guess we have to finish him. Oh, okay, it's just a second form. I was gonna say, like, do we just have to finish him off with? the mana sword. Rude. Ow. Is this like time-based? Or do we just do enough damage to get into his next form? It was just a really long spell, and then he just dies. I thought maybe it was like, oh man, we screwed up and we waited too long, and all of a sudden... we made it this far. However, the strength you have is not your own. The power of the Sword of Mana. Not really. It was the power of my spear, thank you very much. So, I thought we were just going to like a third form or something. It's like, that's weird, I didn't do any damage. No, it's just a really long casting spell. The sword's power is not the weapon itself, it's the heart of the one who wields it. Heart. That's true, those weak, wavering hearts of yours won't get you anywhere. Give it a rest, Julius. You know as well as we do that the world is sustained by the grace of mana. Without the power of mana, the world would never exist. Siri, you understand what you're saying? Lan, don't tell me you agree with this hogwash. Then I do. I believe in Siri. If that's the case, then come, have your fill of your precious mana power. Mana, give me all your power. Time for his real form. Is he really gathering mana power? You know, we could really stab him right now, super easily, right? Mother, believe in yourself. And trust me, Siri. Here goes. Let's roll, Lan. This definitely looks final boss-ish. You know, it sucks that they didn't give us any sort of, like, save point before this boss fight. Especially after a really long cutscene. Oh, it did no damage. Huh. Okay. Changes forms, I guess. Is he even attacking? What he's doing is going back and forth and changing... Yeah, but like, he's literally just doing this over and over, like... What is this? Can do like an attack now? 5 damage. Yeah, all the items I haven't used. Ow. Sleep. Rip. That it? More forms? Thanks for the help, by the way, Lan. Very useful sort of mana that you had there. I will not die as long as mana power is in this world. I'll be reborn. Siri, I'll see you again. Feels like a final fight there. Thanks for the potential GGs. It's over now. You've done well, Lan. Yeah, Lan. Yeah, Lan did nothing. Phew. Thank you, Lan, for protecting Siri. He was dead like 90% of that fight. We can sustain the world together. Every last bit of it. It will be alright. More than alright. Absolutely. I'm with you all the way. Count me in. We can maintain the world together. It's a new epoch. No one will regret entrusting the world to all of you. Actually, this may have been right about one thing. Maybe time for us to leave the nest of the mana tree's protection. I too tried to run away with mana, escape anywhere, but she refused. Even now I think back with regret and wish I had tried harder. Thank you for your love. I'm touched. I love this world. I'm so grateful I was born to this world for such a time as this. And thus Siri became a tree. The end. Siri. Lan, thank you for believing in me until the end. You'll always be in my heart. That's enough for me. You're right, Siri. Absolutely right. There's nothing for us to be sad about. Hey, Sir Borgard did it with the tree. You can do that too, Lan. Yes, I can close my eyes and picture you. See you as you are, Lan. She's every tree. Yep. Goes for me too. Even if you go off somewhere and change, I'll still be there to protect you. All the way. Thank you, Lan. Alright, I'm off. Cabbage people. Hey, she's naked. Where'd all her clothes go? Goodbye, Siri. We'll never see you again. The birth of a new mana tree. Expect more text there. The world dawned anew. Very slow text crawl here. And as for our friends, scroll. Look at me, I'm a tree. The hell? Mouse people? None would ever forget. Were those mouse people in the game? I don't remember ever seeing those mouse people. It's like Mickey Mouses. Maybe they took them out because it was like, oh, maybe we'll get sued by Disney. Those are dud bears. I never figured out what the hell dud bear gold was used for. We had a whole bunch of dud bear gold. But one's lost. It's probably like some side thing somewhere. Well, I mean, at this point I beat the game, so yeah, go for it. Time's gone by in the battle for mana. I'm assuming there's like a secret area somewhere that I missed. In Ishii at night you can buy spirits with gold? Really? What's left in this world? Like spirits isn't like the casting spirits? But does that like make you stronger or something? Like makes your magic stronger? Live life fully, each on their chosen path. I mean, I stayed away from magic because it's garbage, so... I mean, it probably would have been garbage, I mean, even if I was making it stronger. I imagine if it's stronger magic, it's probably more expensive too. And magic is definitely not necessary at all in this game. Well, that was a thing, I guess. Time passed. That's the thing, that's the biggest problem with these day-night cycles, that you can go into a town at a specific time of day and an NPC that might show up at the other time of day isn't going to be there, so you miss something. So short of going back to each town at every time period just to see if there's NPCs, they give you quests, it's just like, ugh. But either way, completely unnecessary, obviously. Friends moved on. The game was definitely on the easy side in terms of the boss difficulty. Luckily the bosses didn't have like some bullshit, I mean, except for that robot one there. That one seemed to have immunity to all weapon types, except for, like, magic. Luckily our secondary dude had a magic attack. I guess the laser was considered magic because it was doing some damage. Stories became legends. Some will find it. Truth within the legend. Story of the Light of Hope passed on through Siri and Lan. Credits? Credits. Alright, well, it's game 399 completed. Almost double the time of the original game. Yay! Thanks, Skysick. Next minute game, 170 more games away. You watch it show up in the next fast forward. Thanks for all the GGs, by the way. Yeah, I mean, it definitely felt end game. I mean, I thought we would end up using the Sword of Mana, but no. I guess Lana had it all along, and didn't use it at all during the final fight, which is kind of ridiculous. I mean, overall, the game was definitely... There's definitely some issues with the game, obviously. Like, the AI buddies is the absolute worst part of the game. Like, they're completely useless, but they're not needed at all. The game's quite easy without having an AI buddy helping you out. Yeah, it's a very weird font. Very Disney-esque font. Yeah, 30 damage, right, with the Sword of Mana. I'm doing like hundreds of damage. It's pretty stupid. But maybe if I would have upgraded his sword, maybe he would have done more. I don't know. to a worse game. We shall see. Echoes of Mana? Haven't heard of that one. Is that like a mobile game or something? Hey look, the absolutely useless Sword of Mana. You just dumped it into the ground. It's like, screw this thing. This thing sucks. Fame. It's the end. It's a dead mobile game, oh yeah. The heavily gadgeted mobile game, yeah. Squeenix making a heavily gadgeted mobile game? What? Yeah, I know, right? Alright. I think it's a 4 out of 5. I mean, obviously there's some negative parts, but you know, the game itself was fine. The you know, graphics, music were great. There's definitely a lot of areas that just felt like a little too maze-like, but especially since everything kind of looked the same. But overall, yeah, an okay game. 4 out of 5 seems fair. By right player systems. Yes, Squeenix seems to like outsource the mana games. Right. Nothing happens if I press the buttons. No. Guess that's it. That is it. Buttons do nothing. Neat ones. A game has to be really bad to get a 1 from me. Like, really bad. And of course they are. Just like any other game that they just flood the industry with a bunch of stuff. Typically people are sticking with one gacha game or like a couple of gacha games. Then they're gonna keep like getting different ones, right? Yep. I guess that's it. We can say goodbye. Goodbye to Sword of Mana. Alright.